Okay, today we're going to be looking at how to find area of a triangle when given 3 points. Okay, so let's say our points are 1, 1, 1, 7, and let's do 7, 10. Okay, so on a Cartesian plane, let's actually put this into Desmos here. One, 1. 1, 7. There. 7, 10. So these are our 3 points here. Now, we're going to call this one here point A, here point B, this one here point C. So, we're going to need to find the distance from distance AB, distance AC, and distance BC. That there's all 3 lines. So we got point A there, point B here, and C is 7 on the y-axis, x is 10, so it's 7 on the x-axis, sorry, 10, so it's like up here. C. Okay. So the distance between two points, let's call this x, let's call this one here y, let's call this one here z. Okay, so x is going to equal square root of x2, we'll call this one 1, on there 2, so x2 minus x1, x of 2, so 1 minus 1 squared plus y2, so that's y2 minus y1, so 7 minus 1 squared. So we can think of that. Actually, I'll explain when we get to line Z, because that'll be easier to visualize. So x is equal to 1 minus 1 is 0 squared. So we can 7 minus 1, because it'll be just 0 plus 6 squared. So square root of 6 squared, so the squared there, square root will cancel. So x is equal to 6. Now, z, to square root of, this is going to be line AC, so we'll erase that. We'll rename this one here point 2. So basically what we're doing is we are turning this into a right angled triangle. And we are finding the length of the x distance length of the y distance on this side. We're squaring them and we're finding the hypotenuse, which is going to be this one. So that is what this formula does. So it's going to be x2 minus x1, so 7 minus 1 squared plus y2 minus y1, 10 minus 1 squared. So equal to square root of 6 squared plus 9 squared. So equal to, I'm just going to put that into my calculator, square root of 6 squared plus 9 squared is equal to 10.82. Over here. So, now to find the length of y, if you want to pause the video and try and figure that out yourself, feel free to do so. Is equal to the square root of, it's going to be line BC, so we'll make that an eraser, rub that one there out. We'll make that number 1 there, so x2 minus x1, 7 minus 1, plus y2, 10 minus 7 squared. Is equal to the square root of 6 squared plus 3 squared is equal to, put that into my calculator, square root of 6 squared plus 3 squared is equal to 6.71. Now, to find the area of a non-right angled triangle, we are going to use this formula here. Area equals half AB sine C. So, we're going to need to find one of these interior angles. I suggest we do this one here, and we use inverse tan. We find the gradient of this line and we use inverse tan of that gradient, and we see what degrees we end up with. So I'm going to rub out all this and then we'll get working on that. So we know that the gradient, or m, is equal to change in y over change in x. This little sign delta just means change in. So m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So we're going to use point A and C. Call this point 1. So y2 is going to be 10 minus 1 on 7x2, 7 minus 1 is equal to 9 on 9 on 6 is equal to, we can divide both sides by 3, so 3 on 2. Now, that's going to be the gradient of this line AC. So now we can do tan inverse of 3 on 2. I'm going to put that into my calculator. Is equal to 56.31. Now, we have to remember that that's going to be this angle here. So to get this angle, we're going to do 90 minus this angle here. Is equal to 33.69. 30. Let's draw that in there. Now we know A equals half AB sine C. I'll write that here. So A equals so that's half. All we need to remember is this side here is sine. Sine here is angle C. So here is side A. This is side B. Half times A, which is 10.82. Half times 10.82 times 6 times sine okay, so we can literally just put that straight into our calculator. So area is equal to 18 centimeters. Oh, that's a lie. Units. Squared, because it's area. So there we go. Let's put a little theta there. That there's how we are going to find the area given 3 points on a Cartesian plane. Let's check that with ChatGPT. So what is the see what it says. "18 square units." There we go. That there is area of a triangle given 3 points. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.